Summary, it's been confirmed that Chris Hemsworth is joining the cast of Avengers Doomsday, which will be his 12th venture in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As announced by Kevin Feige, filming for Avengers Doomsday has begun on April 28th. The Russo brothers are already busy directing the next major Marvel tale. Chris Hemsworth is set to return as the character Thor in the upcoming film, being one of the original Avengers still in the lineup. Yet, with a surge of superheroes emerging, there may be fewer days ahead for Thor, a situation that Marvel Studios must navigate delicately. And what does Marvel have planned for Thor? He will be returning in Avengers Doomsday. In the upcoming movie, Thor makes his comeback as Earth's mightiest heroes gear up for an entirely new struggle against Doctor Doom. This time around, it's Robert Downey Jr. stepping into the role of Thor, leading fans to wonder if Marvel will explore their unique relationship further, since this is a multiverse story. All bets are off, and there's plenty of excitement surrounding unexpected twists. Many enthusiasts anticipate seeing Thor reconnect with his sibling Loki at some point, and perhaps even reclaiming his role as a more serious Marvel character. Instead of saying Marvel has planned an epic send-off for Thor, possibly in Avengers Doomsday, or Avengers Secret Wars, you could rephrase it as Marvel is planning a grand farewell for Thor, uh, which might occur in either Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars. This significant move suggests that Marvel intends to bid adieu to the beloved character. Um, Given Thor's popularity and Hemsworth's stellar portrayal of him, it's a tough call for Marvel, as one of the few original characters still around. Uh, this decision is bittersweet for fans over, if this is indeed the direction they've chosen, then it's crucial to execute the departure with grace and ensure it's fitting for the character. What mistake did Marvel make with Iron Man? Robert Downey Jr. is already returning to the franchise. In the latest Avengers film, Marvel concluded the characters Iron Man and Captain America in distinct manners. Iron Man made a selfless sacrifice to vanquish Thanos, leaving a poignant impact on many viewers. Simultaneously, Steve Rogers traveled back in time, returned the Infinity Stones, and lived out his days peacefully with his beloved, eventually passing away gracefully. These narratives were skillfully executed, serving as an emotional farewell for Downey Jr. and Chris Evans within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, Marvel later reversed these conclusions, for it was Evans who reappears in the MCU for the movie titled Secret and CCA, also has a part in Donick. However, they won't be playing their previous roles this time around. It seems that Marvel feels these big name films could lack something without them in the cast. Their charisma is undeniable. But if Marvel didn't have confidence in a film without them, perhaps they shouldn't have written off those characters. This raises questions about Marvel's ability to stand alone, without relying on popular figures like Thor. Thor's send-off should be achieved differently. Uh, there are numerous ways uh, this can be handled. As a devoted movie enthusiast, I must say Chris Hemsworth continues to prove his acting prowess by carrying movies that might otherwise go unnoticed by many fans. This is precisely why Marvel needs to tread carefully when it comes to Thor's grand farewell in the upcoming film. The multiverse phase is rumored to conclude with this movie, implying there's little room for resurrecting Thor in the near future. If they decide to end his journey on a tragic note, and the thought of Thor meeting his demise, especially at the hands of Doctor Doom, would undoubtedly spark intense discussions among fans. However, such an ending could be a risky move, as it might be challenging for Marvel to recover from such a permanent decision, given their history of revisiting characters like, Captain America and Iron Man. Considering this, it may be prudent for Marvel to approach Thor's send-off in a manner that feels conclusive, yet leaves a glimmer of hope for Hemsworth's potential return in the future. This way, they can maintain the emotional impact they strive for without compromising the MCU's long-term narrative. Uh, um, as a dedicated movie critic, I must admit that the recent whispers about the incomplete script of Avengers Doomsday have left me somewhat uneasy. The potential for hasty decisions devoid of strategic foresight could prove detrimental to the storyline's success and, more importantly, to the character of Thor. Marvel Studios has invested a significant amount of time and effort into the development of this mighty Asgardian over the years. Consequently, it would be a shame for such an iconic character to depart from the franchise without due consideration, given to the long-term implications. And if Thor is indeed set to take his leave, Marvel needs to tread carefully, ensuring that any decision made serves the best interests of all parties involved in long run